In this video, I'll go through some tips about designing your own presentation. Designing a presentation, you can approach it just about like any other design problem. Make your planning and aesthetic decisions about your color schemes, typography, and the style of art. Make those ahead of time and make these decisions relevant to the audience that you'll be presenting to and to the brand or the organization that you represent in the presentation. Once you've made these decisions and have maybe done some rough sketches, then you're ready to start on the software. If you want to create a new presentation theme in Keynote, there is no menu command that says new presentation theme. So what you have to do is work with an existing theme and modify it. So you go to File, New, and the dialog box showing all the prepackaged themes will come up. I usually find it best to start with a blank white palette and try to keep it simple. So let's choose the white palette and hit choose. This is the title slide that comes up when you click on the white theme in Keynote. If you want to add different types of slides, Keynote already has all these different slide layouts prepackaged for you, and you do it through the Add Slide. Now note, there are typography decisions have already been made, so if you want to change the type, and you likely will, you will need to go in and change the type preferences on each master slide that you intend to use in your presentation. So to change this theme that we're working in, which is the white theme, what we want to do is edit the master slides. To do this, we click on the Format tab, and down here it says Edit Master Slides. So we click on that, and this shows all the different master options, all the different slide layouts and how they've been set up by default. So we're going to start with the title slide. To begin with, I'm going to bring in a logo that we want to place down here in the corner that would be the branding for the organization that you represent. So we'll do that, Insert, Choose. And I've got a logo that I've come up with for these exercises. In no way is this intended to resemble any trademarked logo for any university in Orange County, California. No coincidence there or anything. Let's make that a little bit smaller. So we can still read Tusky's Ad Shop there, get it kind of in the corner. Good enough for now. And then let's put a line behind it to kind of provide an anchor and a place for aligning some text that we'll put at the bottom. So run this all the way across here. That's good. Across to here. Maybe drop it just a little bit so it's not quite at the bottom of the tail. And that looks all right. Now let's change the color. And you can do this through the color pickers, or I've already preset the orange color that's the same as the background. That'll work. And now let's change this to a 1 point. Very thin line, because I'm going to use kind of a light type approach here. And now let's send that line back behind the logo. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm ready to start working with type elements. Let's take the headline, and to format that, I'm going to click here on text. And I'm going to use a version of Helvetica, Helvetica Neue, which gives me a few more options. I'm going to use that for the primary typeface in this design, and I want to go with thin. It's going to be nice and light since we're mostly using a white background here. And let's put that flush left. And this will be where the title can go, and I want to bring it down here so that it's on the same line that I just made. Okay, and then the body text, which would be for a subhead such as a date or the presenter's name, we'll also put that in Helvetica Neue and make that thin as well. And let's drop that down to say 28 point. And let's also align that left. Should be a little bit easier to work with when we... You can always change these when you are actually doing the slides, but we might as well get as much of it set to begin with as you can. Okay, that looks pretty good for the title page. Now I have all this open white space where I can bring in an image or the logo for the company that I'm pitching or something like that. When I'm finished with this page, what I do is I click Done. Okay. All right, to edit the masters on other types of slides then, what we want to do now that we finished the title page is we want to click on Change Master. Now we want to click on Edit Master Slide. Yeah, Edit Master Slide, and then again, this will show us the one we've already done, the title and subtitle, as well as all the other slide types. And we'll just go with the basic title and bullets one. But you can do as many of these as you think you will be using in your presentations. But let's work on this one for now. So we've decided that Helvetica Neue is the main typeface that we're using, and we're going with fairly light type. Now, on a page like this where we've got mostly title and text, all this white might become just a bit, maybe just a bit too plain. So here what I might do is take a bit of a background color for the heading. So to do that, I'm going to see how much space this is going to take up. I might actually move this up a little bit in a minute, but I'm going to put in a rectangular bar that, well, I'll put in a rectangular bar here that will provide a banner to put the title type in for the slide. So run that all the way across. And let's click on Style to adjust this color. And I would like to go with just a basic color fill. And let's choose the dark blue background that is part of the logo. And there we go. Now what I want to do is put that color box to the back. So I'll do Arrange, Send to Back. And now I can see my type in front of that, but of course that type is fairly dark for the dark blue background. So what I will do next is reposition that a little bit. And let's go to Text, change our typeface. Go to thin because I still want to be able to use thin, a very thin approach here. But instead of black, let's switch this to white. And that would be what our titles will look like. Okay. Now on the body text, let's change that to Helvetica Neue also. And thin might be just a little bit too thin for bullet points that might be have a fair amount of text in them. So let's just go with light, and that looks like that might be a little bit more legible. I think 36 points is probably a little higher than you need for your default type. You can always change it on individual slides. Let's cut it down to 32, and that looks pretty good. And we'll click Done when we finish that master. So now we have our title slide that we've created a new master for, and we've got our interior slides, the title and bullets, that we have a new master for. If you want to do additional slide layouts, you certainly can, but many times you only use 2 or 3 of the slide layouts in a presentation. If you do want to do all of the slide layout possibilities, one way to do this a little bit faster is to go into the slide layout, and you're editing the master now, and as you make a change, let's say we changed that to Helvetica Neue again, if we click Update here, which I'm not going to do, but if you click Update, you see that it says it updates all paragraphs that use this style. What that means is it will apply this change that you make to every single master. And if you're using exactly the same style for each master, that's a fast way to do these kinds of changes. I can't use that in this case because my title style for the title page is in blue type, and my title style for the title and bullets page is in white type. And so I don't want to apply these changes globally. But if you are using the exact same style for body or title text all the way through your presentation, you can go through this mode where you update all the master paragraph styles at once. So now that you've updated your master slide for the title and for your interior slide pages, all that's really left to do is save the theme. I'm not going to save any changes on this one, so let's get out of this slide. And to save the theme, simply go to the File, Save Theme. Dialog box will come up asking if you want to put it to the theme chooser so that it's available every time you open Keynote. In this case, I'll just save it to my desktop. And new Tusky theme. And that's it. Using your new presentation theme that you just designed then, all you have to do is open it and your slides that you edited should be there as new masters. I'll just open it from the desktop here. And it came in a little bit big. Let's put to window. And there's our template. So we'll say creative brief. Something like that. And as we designed it to have all this space, now we can go with a fairly dominant image. Let's insert the logo for our company. And here's a generic one, literally. Bring that in. And there we go. Or if you have a logo that you can run really large, such as say the Pepsi logo, go ahead and let that be dynamic. So here's a nice big logo, easily recognizable without even any words. So maybe we'll say Pepsi creative brief here. Make that really dominant. Like that. Send that to the back. Let's have a look at it. And so there you've got a nice big dominant image to start your presentation. Then when you're ready to go to your next slides, simply click Add Slide, and then here is the interior slide design master that you've already saved, and you're ready to go.